Welcome back to the Relai Bitcoin podcast today with our conference legend, Matyas Kuchar. How are you, man?
Hello everyone. Thank you. I'm very well. Thanks.
Good. It must become like the busy season for you now. BTC Prague is around the corner. When is it exactly?
It starts on 13th of June and it goes until 15. If you want to catch DevHack Day, you should come day early on 12th June.
What is DevHack Day about?
DevHack Day, we jump right into it. DevHack Day is the most hardcore part of the whole Bitcoin conference. It's only for 500 people, very limited. We give out 200 people to Bitcoin devs and open source contributors, and we sell the rest 300. So it's a pretty much one day conference. 5 different tracks in 8 rooms, Socratic seminars, workshops, talks, panels, but very difficult. And it's like the things what doesn't fit to the main stage, we put them there because it's very important to talk about this, but it's very niche. Not too many people can get this kind of content. So that's the motivation behind it.
So only like tech-focused people, engineers, developers would be interested in that kind of thing. But it would be very valuable for these 300 people that can get there to talk to the other 200 like core developers or just hardcore Bitcoin and Lightning developers, right?
Yeah, it's like if you want to get where is the industry moving, what is being prepared behind the scenes, what can come through in 2 years, that's the place to be. And if you are a pleb and you just like to go deep and just get your brain totally fried on the first day of the conference, that's also a place to be.
Right. I remember I was in where was that? This Viareggio conference. I think you were there as well. You were
No, that was my brother, but I would pretty say that it's similar to Viareggio, but it's more broad and probably there will be more people.
Yeah, Viareggio is really niche and really mostly Lightning, but also some maybe 1 or 2 Bitcoin core devs. But it's more smaller. But I was there once only. This was like a year or 1.5 years ago. That's also where we really met with Breeze and like closed our partnership so that we could now a year later release our Lightning wallet. And so, as you said, like it really gave me this mind blow moment of like having a glimpse into the future of the financial system. Like I felt like these nerds, because I'm not a techie, right, at all. I was basically at the wrong place there. You neither, right? We have our own strengths, but probably not in tech, but that's fine. I mean, these are really the leaders of this industry. And these hackers, they were building the foundation there on their laptops for literally the financial basis of the whole economic system in the next 10 to 20 years. It's crazy, like what they already thinking about now, which like normal people will only get in several years, right? It's so interesting.
Exactly. It's super interesting when the culture of hackers meet the culture of finance, you know. So these hackers are the builders for the evolution of finance. Yeah, we had some kind of money. It used to be from beads to the giant stone circles, then to the gold standard, then to the fiat standard, and now again there is another evolution, and we need hackers for this digital age.
Right. Very well said. This is such an amazing journey to be alive at this moment where this like digitization of finance and money happens basically.
Yeah.
So you must be very busy. What else is keeping you busy right now that this biggest, like you are the founder of the biggest European, maybe even worldwide, biggest Bitcoin conference this year, already next year, but last year, but probably this year as well. Biggest European Bitcoin conference, maybe biggest Bitcoin conference in the world. What's your daily life right now organizing this huge event? What keeps you busy? What keeps you awake at night as well?
Just to confirm, we were the biggest in Europe. We had 6,500 people there last year. This year we are attacking to get 8,000 people there. So that would be really the ceiling for this year, because the venue cannot hold more to make sure that everyone is comfortable. So 8,000 is the goal for this year. And I can already share a little bit from our plans to 2025. So if there will be like really good bull run, we will see some gut candles. We expect a huge demand. So we already pre-booked the venue for up to 30,000 people.
Oh, holy
So
shit.
that would be, I think, a very good challenge to the American continent, who is the biggest one.
Oh, so America is still bigger, like Miami, and now this year Nashville's still gonna be more people.
Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, let's see.
Yeah, yeah. So is the venue changing?
No,
Is it?
no, the venue is same, but the venue is, if you remember, there was just a one big long hall, split it in two, and it's like it's an expo venue. So there are 4 of these halls. We had just one, so we can like quadruple it to actually go on the limit of the venue, and it's the biggest venue in Czech Republic. So then it's over for us. You know, we cannot grow more because we cannot move from Prague. That would be bad to have a conference, BTC Prague, being in Berlin.
Well, you need to think out of the box. You can just build your own venue, which is bigger.
Yeah, we
That's
have
what
to wait
Elon
for
Musk would do, you know?
yeah, we have to wait for some gut candles to do that. There is an airport actually next to the venue, so maybe we can just rent the airport and make an open space like a festival.
See, that's a creative solution. I like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, and also few sport airplane, you know, to make a tour around. That would be amazing. I think we have to wait one more cycle.
Right. Yeah, the market definitely helps there. So
Yeah, but to answer your question, Julian, what keeps me busy? Usually now is a little bit changing because we are in the production part of the conference. All planning pretty much happened. We are still, of course, planning and doing a lot of communication, but we have speakers agreed to come. We have partners agreed to come. So now we are making sure that the venue will be looking amazing. There are many parts from entry to the conference hall, to the choose of which chairs should be there, and what DJ will be playing, if the visualization should be made by some Bitcoin artist, you know. So a lot of creative things are coming to this. So I really like it. I really enjoy it.
it must be so crazy when you get into the nitty-gritty details. There are so many people involved. There's so much like logistics involved, all these details. How can you keep up with that? And like, how big is the team? You can't do this alone anymore, right? You've built a team.
Yeah, it's a job for a team of 7 people full time.
The whole year,
The
right?
whole year. Well, let's say we grew our team from 5 people to 7, maybe 6 months ago. Yeah, like gradually. But for 5 people, it's pretty much work for the whole year. Yeah.
Damn. That's crazy. And how did you get these big speakers? Like, first of all, what are the big speakers that you're proud of? And maybe also speakers that are not so well known, but you're still proud of. And how did you get them?
Well, I have to travel a lot to meet these people in a person. That's the winning strategy, especially now in the digital age, in the age where you have to really filter all your information, what is coming from many people. Once they start to be very busy, it's no way to get through the email and assistants and friends, you know. So we have to fly to the conference, meet them, have a good conversation, align on the topic, align on the mission we are doing, and then it gets easy. Once you really agree on some basic things and you become friends and acquaintance, then it's very easy, and everyone wants to come to Prague because it's simply amazing.
Right. So if you look back the last 12 months, how much have you traveled? Where have you been? Which conferences have you participated in? I mean, I have participated in some, and you were always there.
Yeah. Thank you. And you know, it's similar feeling for me. I'm traveling to conferences and I'm meeting so many same people. Yeah, the hardcore group which is really traveling everywhere. Last year I was on 12 conferences in abroad. It differs from US to many Europes, one in Asia, in Tokyo. I cannot even remember all of them, but yeah, I was in Switzerland, I was in Innsbruck, Chain Camp in Czech, then LA, Tokyo, and few other smallers in Europe. Yeah, Riga for sure.
What have you learned from these conferences? Like, what are you taking away from them? And are you just really, what is the goal for you in attending all these conferences? Is it like competitive analysis, see what they are doing well and copy it, and what they're doing not well and do it better?
It may be started like this from the research perspective, but at this stage it's more about the networking. It's very fun, you know. It's a lot of fun to actually travel to the other parts of the world and meeting amazing people, and then talking about even different stuff than Bitcoin. So I really enjoy it. Nowadays it's not so important as it used to be for us, because we had to create the trust. We had to really meet everyone. So that's why we were, with my brother Martin, we were traveling a lot last year. We tried to be everywhere, because it was very important, and now it's getting more to the funny side, and to the thing that I don't have to work as much on the conference as before, and I can just enjoy as a pleb and talk to everyone and anyone, and listen some talks. Finally, again, doing my own research and diving into the topics what I really like.
What are they? Like, which talks do you usually go for? Are you still like checking out Michael Saylor and Jack Mallers, like the big guys everyone knows, or
Yeah.
are you also
Well,
going for the
yes,
niche ones?
yes, I am. It's, but this is also from my professional like point of view, because when I check the talk from the Michael Saylors, Jack Mellers, then I can talk to them better. You know, it's a kind of a respect when they will be they will be performing at BTC Prague. So I should know what they are like, and then we talk about the topic, what is more fitting to our audience. So it's a part of the research. But if I can like choose the topic what I really like, I would go for the technicals, technical talks, but in some kind of like a maybe philosophical way, and a little bit touching the futurism. So I can really like see more further. That always keeps my attention.
Hey everyone, this is Joel from Relai, and I'm here today to tell you about Relai Private. It's our exclusive service for private clients, small offices, small to mid-sized businesses, or just anyone looking to stack more sats with a higher volume. As a Relai Private client, you'll have access to a dedicated account manager, a team, and obviously a white glove service to help you with your Bitcoin needs. You also get personalized 24/7 access to our team, and you are in it for the special selection of reports and data we are sending to our Relai Private clients. If that sounds like something you or someone you know should like, send them to relay.app/private or click the link in the description below.
So which are the big names that we can expect for BTC Prague? Is Michael Saylor coming again in person?
Yes, of course. Michael is coming again. He will be doing one keynote on the general admission day on the main stage, and he will be doing Q&A session and fireside chat in the VIP stage.
Oh,
on
wow.
the VIP stage. So
This didn't happen last time, right?
No, this is the first time, and oh man, I'm really pumped to hear that, because this stage is very kind of small, intimate. It's without the recording. So it's gonna be interesting time, I would say. Interesting 45 minutes.
Absolutely, this is going to be awesome, because last time I actually had such a panel in this VIP stage, and it was cool. It was about startup and venture capital in like the Bitcoin-only industry. It was fun. A couple of people came. It was cozy. But like I remember a couple of hours later, this was in the morning, so not that many people, and then a couple of hours later, Michael Saylor showed up with Eric Weiss before he went on stage. And boy, this VIP like room, which was very cozy, a couple of people, suddenly filled, and it was packed. I felt like a rock. It was like at a rock concert. So many people I have never seen in the VIP area, and then they were like surrounding him, making selfies with him, etc. So I can't even imagine him walking through the crowds, like the pleb area. This would not be possible. Like he would need like 5 bodyguards for this. Even in the VIP stage, it was like he couldn't even move. It was crazy.
Yeah, well, I didn't see that, but I walked him. I gave him a tour through the expo hall.
Oh,
And it was fine. Of course, we were surrounded by hundreds of people in layers. It was like an onion peeling, and people trying to get the selfie. But yeah, he did like few hundred of selfies.
wow. Holy shit.
Yeah, it was intense. But yeah, everyone enjoyed, and even Michael seemed like he's enjoying the good vibe there.
Oh, he does. I think he genuinely does. Otherwise, he wouldn't do it. He's that kind of person who does this consciously, and he like immerses himself in a couple of conferences, not too many, but those he really goes for. Like he's really there and he's present. I think he's really cool and humble as well. So you need to tell me something. I've heard of like what's going on with Michael Saylor and also other like big names that are coming there and their side events. How do they go about their kind of exclusive side events? And I think you and Martin helped them to organize them, right? Can you shed a bit of light into that for our community as well?
Well, it's not kind of like telling that this is private event. It's not the right word. It's just a dinner,
Okay.
It's just a dinner. And yeah, I've organized it for Michael because he asked me that he wants to meet other Bitcoiners, but when he looks at the summary of the names, it's just overwhelming. So he asked me if I can give him some tips and make groups of people who would fit together so the conversation flows better. So we organized 3 dinners like that during BTC Prague.
Cool. And how many people? Like 10, 15 people?
Yeah, I think it was 12 people per table, per dinner.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. And other side events, are they like public side events that you guys organize, or is it like decentralized? Everyone can kind of organize whatever.
Yeah, last year, a good question. Last year it was kind of decentralized because we needed the help for these side events because we were overwhelmed to just throw this big party. But this year we actually figured that the people don't want to spend too much time in the public transport after the conference ends. Yeah,
That's true.
and looking for others, and then you go to the pub and there are no people who you wanted to meet because they are on the other part of the Prague. So we actually took this feedback from people and we decided that we will do a side event on the venue after the program ends every night. So the venue stays open until midnight, and on Saturday the big party until morning.
Oh, cool. And so there will be food and drinks, and people don't have to leave. And
Yeah,
I think
food
that's
and
probably very
drinks,
smart.
good music. There will be a Bitcoin quiz every evening before the quiz will be held on our Czech stage, but in English. And after the quiz finish, like at 9, we will start party, but not like the dance party, but more like just making sure that there is everything what you need to do the networking and just follow up with the people and have a comfortable conversation.
Absolutely. That's so cool. And then people can still, go wherever they want during the day or even after that. But I think that's a very good move.
There will be probably some side events because we didn't forbid anyone to organize something. So people are organizing side events. There is a cypherpunk meetup. There might be not confirming yet, but there might be some woman Bitcoin party. There might be some German meetup. I think that Roman is actually organizing something
Yeah, I've heard.
together with Nico. and there might be some Spanish meetup organized by Lunaticoin with his friend.
Cool. Yeah. There's so much organic stuff going on as well.
We will probably announce it soon. It's like now it's in the early stages, but for those who want to attend some side events during the Prague, don't worry, there will be so many choices.
I don't worry. there will be a lot of stuff to do.
Plus, I have to say, while we are on this topic, that we will have again a very cool after party for VIPs and people from the industry on the very last day of the conference in a Roxy club, like last year. We rented out the biggest and the best club in Prague, also with another building which is connected to that, so there is like space for 1,500 people.
And you had rented the whole fucking thing.
We rented as well last year. So this year we are renting this whole place plus also the building above, because we just need more. Yeah, we just need more space. So it's like for 1,500 people maybe.
Wow! And so this is the 4 or 5 story club, right? Is this the one with different levels and different music?
No, that's not the one. The club I'm talking about is a Roxy Club. In the city center, and that's an underground pub, which is in one of the oldest building in old city Prague, because it was a storage for potatoes. It's like a huge underground bunker, because it was just for potatoes for a whole one part of the Prague. So it's amazing. It's very old. It's renovated, but it does have this kind of underground cypherpunk feeling, and we accept only Bitcoin and cash, no credit cards.
Nice. So everything stays like whatever happens there stays there, right?
Yeah.
Privacy, that's what we like. Wow, that sounds cool. So this time I will definitely make it. Last time I somehow had to catch a flight or something, but this time I will make sure to make it for that party. That sounds awesome.
Party is an important part of the conference, of course. Just don't waste yourself on Friday or Thursday.
Right.
wait for the Saturday one.
Yeah, keep the energy for Saturday. But there's also something on Sunday, or not?
No. Sunday is for resting.
Yeah. I think that's a good choice. There are some conferences that also have a Sunday program, but I feel like most of the people are just wasted after 3 days. They just can't speak anymore. They just want to go home.
Yeah. That's me, and especially after my own conference, I think I need some quiet time.
Yeah,
but so Prague is Prague. It's amazing city, so. It's nice opportunity to actually take a detour and day off just for non-Bitcoin stuff. Look around, the old city is really amazing.
100%. It's so nice. And all the restaurants, the food is great, the people are cool, the beer is great.
The beer is great, yeah.
And it's cheap, especially compared to Switzerland. But there's a big beer culture as well, like all these different like microbreweries and different beer brands, local craft beer. I really like that.
Yeah, I'm not a big beer guy. I'm more into wine, to be honest. But the rumors are that the Czech beer is the best beer in the world. And once you taste it, it ruins the idea about beer for the rest of the world.
It's different. It's different than the one, for sure, different than the one we have in Switzerland. It's different to German beer, which is also like considered one of the best, and it's very different to Belgian beer. I like Belgian beer. It's very fruity. It's very different, and I could actually sign up for this, like Prague. And Czechoslovakia, this is very Czech beer is very good beer. I really like that. So, talking about Czech and the Czech stage you mentioned before, what are the different stages and like what's the overall concept of the conference? So there's this Czech stage. What is this about, and what other stage are there?
Okay, so we have 4 stages. I will start with the Czech. It's only in Czech language, as you can say, because the community in Czech Republic is very big. So we could probably fill it only with Czech people. But the idea behind this Czech stage is that we want to attract many many newbies to Bitcoin, and we want to give them beginner-friendly content in Czech language. You can say that from Switzerland maybe some newbies will come as well, but it will be not so many like from Prague. So we kind of know that there is too many people who needs this basic concept. So we created 2 stages for them. One is in Czech language and one is in English. The second one in English, it's called Expo stage, and it's inside the Expo hall. This Expo stage is, as I said, for beginners, but it's more product focused, I would say. So we give a chance to the sponsors, to our partners who have the booth in the Expo hall, to actually present something on the Expo stage, always in an educational manner, but answering on this question with their own product and service. So it's very hands-on and full of actionability. And that's why I believe that the people can learn the best, not only hearing something interesting, but already like having the solution almost close to touch. And if they are interested in the talk, they can go to the booth, talk to the people more, try the product, try the service, most of the time find the competition of this product inside the hall and just do their own research very quickly on one spot.
Makes sense. So these are 2
Yeah,
more
sorry, yeah.
newbie focused.
Yeah, I didn't finish it. So that was a Czech stage. Second is Expo stage. Then we have the main stage, for which you need already have a higher level of ticket, higher tier, which is conference ticket. And this brings you to absolutely different experience, because the Expo stage and Czech stage is only for a few hundred people, 200, 300, 400 people. But the main stage is for almost 2,500, and it's huge.
Wow.
There are several layers of LED screens. We have so many LED screens that we actually have to import it from surrounding countries, because there is not so many LEDs combined in Czech Republic.
No way.
Yeah. So the experience is absolutely different. It's huge, it's show, and there are the best speakers and more advanced. So I would say that, okay, if you are a really beginner and no coiner, probably this stage is not the place for you. Yeah. If you are not very smart, then you just jump into it like a shark. But if you know all the basics, like at least how to buy Bitcoin and how to store it, and you are ready to level up as an attendee, and you want to raise your knowledge about Bitcoin, that's the best value, and the topics will be mixed. That it will guide the attendee through the different perspective of Bitcoin, about the money, about the community, freedom part of the movement, and the technology. So there will be something from every part of the Bitcoin ecosystem.
So for everyone who is ready to jump into the rabbit hole, or is already into the rabbit hole but wants to go deeper and deeper, that's where they want to go.
Yes.
Main stage.
So it's just not for the people who know nothing about Bitcoin, I would say. For those like absolute beginners, there is the Expo stage and the Czech stage.
Right.
And the ticket price is only 30 euros at this moment for these 2 stages and whole Expo. So if you have some friend or family member who is a beginner, just bring him, buy them the Expo ticket, which is just one lunch of the ticket price, and buy yourself a conference ticket, and you can split sometimes.
That's perfect. That's what I really like about your concept as well, that you're one of the only ones that not only have these 300, 500, 1,000 whatever tickets, which are very expensive, and only Bitcoiners, true believers will actually buy this, right? But you also have this as you said, like lunch price tickets, so everyone can come in. I really like that.
Last year, the ticket price for the expo was €9. Wow. Unbelievable, €9. And that's why we attracted so many people. This year, because we know that we will be sold out, the price is 30. I'll be honest with you guys, but still €30 for the 2-day conference. It's a good bargain. And it's a no-brainer, I would say.
Absolutely. I feel very honored, and thank you again here for being on the main stage this year. It's going to be a very fun panel, and probably the biggest stage I was ever on. I mean, I was at Amsterdam and Madeira and all these conferences and Lugano on main stage, but this is another level. Like, it sounds like another level. You guys even had to import screens. What the fuck? I'm a bit nervous, but I'm very honored. Thank you for this opportunity.
You're welcome. You deserve it, Julian. Yeah. I'm looking forward to your panel about investment during the industry day. So. Do you have something in your brain already brewing? What do you think? Like, it's the thing what needs to be said on the stage? Have you been thinking about it already?
I have too much brewing, and usually I let it brew for some time, and ideas come and go, and then a couple of days before I consolidate. So it's like a sponge. You fill it up, and a couple of days before you squeeze it out, and then the essence come out. That's usually what I try to do. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff. I'm thinking about the daily work with VC investors, for example, investor relations, stuff like that. I think that's something that is not really talked about yet. Everyone is always about, fundraising. How can I, as a startup entrepreneur, raise my first 1 or 2 or 3 million and expand the team and move forward, and then raise more rounds as you go. But that's the fundraising part. But then there's a part that is maybe even bigger, is the investor relations part, the keeping on the radar of your next bigger investor, keeping your existing investors happy and informed so that they connect you to new investors later when you again need the money, while you still don't need the money. Secondary deals, for example, is also something that is concerning me a lot, like deals happening between existing shareholders that want to sell their shares to other want to pick them up, etc. So these are, I just probably want to talk about things that I have experienced in the past, of course, with while raising 10 million for Relai, etc. in different rounds and from different investors as well, from crowd investors, from angel investors, from big VC investors, etc. And about Bitcoin-only VCs, but also then about things that are not really talked about that much, which is basically the daily life of after the fundraising. What are you doing with the money? How do you communicate with investors? How do you find the next investor, which can take a long time, etc., etc. So there's a lot, and I want to make sure I will put the essence towards the people that are listening to it.
Yeah, that's super interesting. This is one of the topics which I evaluate really highly, because I think it's needed to connect smart people with investors who understands how the technology is important and bring more money to open source development space. I'm meeting a lot of really interesting geeks who unfortunately work for a half wage, and they are missing opportunity work for big corporates because they know that this is really important, but they are not appreciated enough from the outside world. So that's one of the issue I'm seeing, and that's why we are organizing the pitch contest. That's maybe a good segue to that. This is the place where we're giving a platform to startups, Bitcoin-only startups, to show what they got and attract investors and get valuable feedback.
That was one of my highlights last year. I was in the jury together with Mike Jarmus and a couple of other legends in the space, like VC space and startup space. And all these startups, most of them have become really big now, or really successful. They have raised money. They have gotten thousands or hundreds of thousands of users, went out of beta, etc. So it was really cool to see them super early and give them tips as well and help them coach and and give them a platform. And now they are just killing it, and they are building, as we said before, the techies are building the industry, but also like the entrepreneurs that are pitching and raising money and adding value and building teams around certain topics. These guys are so important. So that was one of my highlights. Really cool.
Exactly. One of the things like what I found out interesting about this connection of entrepreneurs and the people who can do pitches and raise the money is that you said it correctly, like how to create the team. So the devs have to have someone who has this ability to raise the money and speak their own language to the investors. So this is just like a bridging the gap. And there are more gaps, of course, not only to raise money, but also to manage the teams of open source development. Yeah, it's a little bit more harder than managing team in a closed source environment where you really have deadlines and roadmaps for maybe sometimes several years. Yeah, in Bitcoin we don't have this very clear roadmap and split of the work what needs to be done.
Absolutely. That's why I'm really convinced that there need to be always two co-founders at least that have the same vision but complementary skills. So there needs to be this tech guy, the engineer, who can build stuff but hates to talk to investors and do all the rest. And then you have to have the business-minded guy who is passionate about fundraising, about finances, about marketing, about building a community, talking to users, etc. I think you always need both of them.
100%. Yeah, I agree. Well, I'm talking from my experience. We are two founders.
Me and with your brother, right?
Yeah.
So, do you have the same skill set, or are you?
No, absolutely different. That's the thing. Yeah, really complementary. And the superpower is because we are brothers, we really trust each other. So there is this another level which gives huge advantage to our relationship and cooperation, because I don't think twice if Martin is doing something. I know he's doing his best and 150%, so I'm not slowed down by some negative thinking, or doubts. And this is very important, I would say, in the business. You should trust your team and let them do what they do best.
100%. How do you split the work between each other?
Well, Martin is the technical guy, and he's also a salesman. So he takes care about the business development side of things. And I'm a program director, and I have a better feeling for a creative part of this whole conference. So I take care about the production. But we split a lot of things. But if I can just TLDR, there are two halls at BTC Prague, the Expo Hall and the Conference Hall. So Expo Hall is from my brother and the Conference Hall is mine. And the rest is just split it between us.
All right. So then maybe we can finish this topic about the halls. Like these are the two halls, there's these stages. There's also a VIP stage, right? Is this the last one?
Yeah. That's the last one. That's inside the VIP zone, and it's not recorded. And there is a content only 3 times per day, just for Q&As and firesides. And it's, let's say, only for this very exclusive people who have something to say, but with some kind of a niche, which is interesting enough, but not for everyone.
Yeah, it's really for people who want to be in this more intimate conversation and situation with people like Michael Saylor. Where do you have the opportunity to be maybe with not even 100 other people in one room and being able to ask questions directly to Michael Saylor. I never understood why people would pay, what is it, 1.5K for a VIP pass?
Yeah, something like that, 1,500 euros.
I never understood why someone would pay this. I now do, for a year now. But actually, since I was in the VIP area, I hung out there a lot last year at the BTC Prague. And the value you get out of this, if you're an entrepreneur or an investor or or someone who wants to build something in this industry, it's like thousands of bucks, tens of thousands of bucks.
It's
So
incredible.
you shouldn't care about these 1.5K at all. That's why I also recommend some of our investors, for example, to go for this ticket, because boy, the people you meet there, and you can really build relationships and do business and raise money or whatever you want to do. It's very, very valuable.
Yeah, it's incredible. I'm also wherever I can, I get the VIP tickets for conferences. I go with this option because it just at a certain stage you need to speed up the process and go for things what you really want to do, and this. I would say that especially in my line of work, I wouldn't be able to do it without the VIP ticket.
Yeah.
Plus, there is a really good food and free drinks all day long, since morning until the late night snack. So
yeah, you already save on the food, right? So and if you drink a lot, you can already save maybe $100 per day. Like,
and we are very proud that we have a best catering in Czech Republic, Zátiší Group. They are really like maybe 3 best catering groups, and they are between them, and they are like the top notch in Prague and in whole Czech. And since now I'm talking to some people on conferences, and Alex Svetsky stopped me and, Matyas, just make sure there will be the beef cheeks like last year.
I remember one thing, it's the food. That's so interesting. I really like your ambition. You're really aiming for top notch in everything. Speakers need to be top notch, location, catering. It's by far the best VIP section, how everything is organized there with the Chesterfield, sofas, and the small stage, the very nice bar, great people serving you, etc. It's just like everything is top notch. I really like this.
Julian, you have no idea how much time we spent only designing the VIP room. There is nothing like this. We bring the furniture like from 300 kilometers far away. It's rented from the guy who is doing coulisses, like a background for theaters. So he's doing the theater settings, and he's bringing this furniture and the flowers and everything what you can see from all around Prague. And he's making a special piece of handmade beer tap now only for BTC Prague, because last year we had to combine few other furnitures and it wasn't perfect, So this year he said that it deserves some finishing touch, and he's making a custom-made beer bar in the Chesterfield style for this event.
Oh wow, that's so cool. I'm really looking forward to participate in this event. Where is this passion coming from? This ambition? Like, why do we want to why?
It's simple, man. It's simple. It's a business. If you want to do a good business, you have to be the best, and make sure that your guests are happy. And if you can do it better, then you'll have to. Otherwise, you would do bad business. You would do something what is half done, or I cannot stand there. I couldn't sign a half done job. So we are always aiming for perfection and for the value for the people, because we know that $1,500 bucks is not it's a lot, yeah. So. Yeah. You should deserve. You should get the value back. Yeah.
I love this. You're really adding value. That's why your business and your conference is the best in Europe and soon the best in the world. Thank you so much, Matyas, for coming on the show. If you have some last word, get them. And otherwise, I'm really looking forward to see you in person in Prague again in a couple of weeks.
Thank you, Julian. I really enjoyed the conversation. I was on many podcasts before, and this time I said to myself, let's just roll, and it was a good choice. So anyway, we went through the whole conference. So I can only invite everyone to come to meet fellow European Bitcoiners and make sure that we will rule the next etap of our life and we destroy the fiat system, because that's that's the mission. Yeah, just have a better life and meet smart people.
I love it. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, let's fucking go. Cheers.
Cheers. Bye bye. Boom.